Hello again, my friends. So I'm using mushrooms. I'm going to be using most of these because I bought them and I haven't used really any of them except for when I made some soup. So I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be using some cheese. I'm going to be using some spinach that I need to use up. Some onion that I didn't cut myself. Half a cup of yogurt. And I'm using the yogurt to give it a creaminess. And I don't want to burn this pot up. So what I'm doing, the recipe that I'm making is a stuffed chicken breast. So what I'm going to do first, though, is make the stuffing, obviously. So all of these two different kinds of stuffing, just to have a different flavor, different options. And this is the kind of thing that would be good for anybody. Somebody that's eating low carb can eat this, and somebody that's eating low fat could eat this as well. And then kids even like it because I made it before for my entire family. And I just put in about, I had to use a teaspoon, you guys, because I couldn't find my tablespoon measure. So I put in about 4 teaspoons, which equals 1 1/3 tablespoons. So there's that. And I'm gonna start adding the veggies, and I'm gonna saute them, and then I'll show you guys the next step. So I wanted to give you guys a look at how the onions and bell peppers are coming along. Now those are the only 2 I put in so far because they need a little bit more time to cook, and the spinach and mushrooms both cook really quickly, so just giving them some time to cook. Now I started seasoning it already, so you'll see the seasoning in there, and then I'll put the cream and stuff in at the end, and I'll be back to show you guys once I put the other veggies in. So I've dropped in the spinach, and I'm going to go ahead and season it some more. A little salt, pepper, the usual suspects, paprika. And I don't really use measurements, but if I had to guess, maybe about a teaspoon. Now spinach, it cooks down a lot, so this won't amount to too much. You'd be surprised. But we don't need all that much, because we're gonna have a side of vegetables to go with the stuffed chicken. So I'm gonna try to get our veggies in for sure, but we don't need too much. And so the last thing I'm going to do is add the mushrooms. I'm going to let this cook down a little bit, and then I'm going to add the mushrooms last. And then I'll add in the creamy, ooey gooey cheesiness. And then we'll let this cool down before we stuff the chicken. So I'll let you guys see what it looks like when it's ready to be cooled. And then I'll let you guys see how I cut and stuff the chicken. So we'll be back soon. Okay, so correction. I'm going to add the mushrooms at the end because I think they can cook inside of the chicken, because like I said, they cook really quickly, and I think when they're in there with the other ingredients, they'll cook up. And I also, like I said, I'm going to split this in half and make one flavor and another flavor, but both flavors will have cheese. So what I'm going to do is add the cheese, and then when I stuff it, I'll add, for one of them, I'm going to add cilantro, so it's going to be more of a Mexican-inspired, flavored stuffed chicken breast. And then the other, I'm going to add the mushrooms. And it's going to be more of a, I don't know what to say, maybe pizza-inspired flavor. add a little bit of rosemary or some other Italian seasonings. While I have you guys, I do want to open it up for questions. If you guys have any questions for me or ideas about some things that you might want me to talk about, I know my following is not very big right now, but I do hope that people who are checking out my videos are actually gaining something from them. I try to share the information that I have and things that I've learned along the way as far as cooking, nutrition, and all that jazz. So I want to just open up for questions if you guys have any. And then I also want to hear from you guys. What did you make for dinner tonight? What kind of nutrition plan are you following? Please share in the comments section, and I'll be back. So we are at the phase where the filling has cooled down. So I split it up into 2 bowls. So in one bowl, I'm gonna add some pico for a little Mexican flavor, and some cilantro, and then a little bit of extra cheese. When I added the yogurt that I showed you guys earlier, I used about 1/2 cup. When I added the yogurt, I added about 1/2 cup of cheese at that time, and then I'm going to add a little bit more when I'm stuffing. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to mix in the pico and the cilantro, and then I'll show you guys how I season and stuff it, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. So I added the pico, some cheese, I got some pepper jack over here, and the cilantro. And then I got some Swiss and mozzarella, about like a 1/4 cup of mozzarella and a couple slices of Swiss. And then I added some parsley, a little bit of rosemary, and a little bit of sage to give it more of an Italian flavor. What I didn't realize when I was making when I was adding the cheese is that the initial cheese that I put into the sauce had a little bit of taco seasoning in it, so it had like a taco flavor, so I'm trying to outshadow that. This also has the mushrooms in it, so I think we'll be able to do that with the right cheeses and stuff. And then I'll show you guys how I stuff it. I marinated my chicken in the fridge, and I'm gonna get seasoning and I'll let you guys see. And I also cut an opening so I could stuff it. The chicken all marinated and seasoned, so I'm gonna go ahead and stuff it, and then you guys can see what it looks like when it's done. I started out by putting the Swiss cheese, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the stuffing in and close it off. So I'm just putting together a side for similar to the other like fried cabbage side dish I made the other day, but I'm going to be putting the Brussels sprouts and cabbage together so it's more, so that I'm using the tricolor coleslaw and the rest of the Brussels. Dinner is served. So we got the stuffed chicken breast, the green beans, and the cabbage, fried cabbage slaw with Brussels. Yum, yum, yum. Who wants to try some? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to you guys next time.